Good morning. In the last class, we have seen about what is DBMS, how to convert this raw fact into meaningful information and then to knowledge. In today's class, we will be seeing about the basic terminologies of database, that is lecture 3. Now, what is the purpose of database system? As a recap, it is nothing but DICA, that is the data gets informated to the information and then it gets converted to knowledge, and finally what is the action happens as a result of this knowledge is reflected in the DBMS. Now, we will move on to the basic terminologies of database. So, what is this database? So, this database, as you know, it is nothing but a collection of organized data that is easily stored and could be easily retrieved and easily managed and updated. So, what is this DBMS? A database management system. So a software which manages this database is nothing but DBMS or database management system. Thus, it is a software that will enable the user to interact with the database, and also it provides a tool for creating, managing and querying the database. Now the third concept would be a table. Table, what is a table actually consist of? It consists of the rows and columns where the data are organized. Thus, if you could see table, it is nothing but a basic structure in a relational database. The next thing is a row or record. Okay, a single entry in a database table that contains a data which is related to a specific entity or object. Okay, a single entry in a database table, what you enter as a row. Okay, so that contains data which is related to a specific entity or object. So for example, the student's name, roll number 1, you are entering the student's name, so that is the first row, so that is also one record. Okay, and whatever is your attribute, that is the student name, so the name, the column vertically whenever you are going to access, that is called as your the attribute that you are going to access in a vertical way, that is going to be a column or field. Thus, a column is a vertical section in a database table that represents a specific attribute or property. Thus, this column will hold the data for a particular aspect of the entity. So, for a particular entity, it just holds the data. Thus, what are the basic 4 terminologies? This is database, and the software which holds the database is your database management system. Then a row and a column, so which is also called as record, or a column is also called as a field. Now the next component or terminology would be a primary key. What is this primary key? It is nothing but a unique identifier for each record in a table. It ensures that each row can be uniquely identified and retrieved. So it avoids the duplicates. Only the uniqueness of each record is taken as a primary key. Suppose if let us say we have a table in which we have different types of books in the library, like history, science or fiction. Suppose let us say fiction books are allotted in 2 places, then these books cannot be, fiction books cannot be taken as a primary key, because the fiction books have got duplicated. Might be in library there might be different racks, in which in the first rank there can be 10 books of fiction, and in the second rack there might be 8 books of fiction. So whenever the same identifier is applied multiple times, then that cannot be considered as a primary key. The next thing is your foreign key. So this foreign key, it is nothing but it is a column in a table that refers to the primary key in the other table. Okay, so you have to be very clear. A column in a table which would refer to the primary key in the other table. Thus, if you could see this foreign key, it establishes a link between the two tables, enforcing the integrity of the database. The next concept would be index. So usually what is the necessity for us to provide an index? Suppose a student is going for an interview in the third year for placement, where he has his resumes in which he has various achievement certificates. But if he just put a label for the academic achievements, technical achievements, extracurricular activities as a label, so whenever the interviewer asks for, he can just pick out that label and show the related achievements pertaining to his placement. Okay, so thus index is a data structure that improvises the speed of the data retrieval on a database table. So the student would have taken 3 years to consolidate all his essential skills, but we'll just have a 5 minutes time before the interviewer. In that case, this index would help the speed of data retrieval. Just by using an index, he'll be able to show to the placement officer that what are his data. Thus, this indexing helps or it improvises the speed of data retrieval operations. Either it could be manually or it could be on a database table. The next terminology associated with DBMS is a query, a request for data retrieval or data manipulation from a database. So usually the queries, they will be written in a query language called SQL. SQL is nothing but a structured query language. So whenever we ask many questions, whatever the problem or the work associated with it clear, and we should be able to analyze all the possibilities when a problem statement is given to us. So which is very efficiently handled by using the database management system, by using a query language, common query language like SQL. The next thing is the normalization. So the normalization is a process. It is nothing but it is a process of organizing the data in the database so as to eliminate the redundancy and improve the data integrity. Now, if you could see, the next terminology would be the relational database. Here, this relational database is a type of database, so that comprises a tabular structure to organize the data, and the relationship between the data and the relationship between the tables are completely defined. And the next concept would be the language what we are using, the programming language. The commonly used language is SQL. You can also go in for MongoDB or MySQL. Okay, so now if you could see a programming language that is used for managing and manipulating the relational database as per our application. If you could see this SQL, it includes the common commands for either querying or updating or for managing the database effectively. Now, the next word that peeps in is nothing but the transaction. So once you've carried out a sequence of one or more database operations, so it will be considered as a single unit. So once this transaction is done with, it ensures the consistency and the integrity of the database. Then there is a concept called as ACID. So which is nothing but it just deals with the atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. So what are these terms? Now we'll just have a look at it. The first one is your atomicity. That is, these properties actually they guarantee the reliability of the data transactions. So why we use a database management system? Because the data what we have updating, it should be a reliable one, or whatever we are modifying, it should be a reliable one. right? So we should have certain performance metrics of the database. So but if you could see, the first concept would be the atomicity. Here the atomicity ensures that the transactions are treated as a single unit. Then consistency, here it ensures that the database remains in a valid state. Then isolation. It ensures that one transaction does not affect the other transaction. That is, the transactions are independent of each other. The next is your durability. So the durability ensures that the committed transactions are permanent and they are not temporary. Then we will move on to the database schema. So this database schema is nothing but a database structure or a blueprint that defines how the data are going to be organized in a database, including how many tables should be there, how many rows should be there, how many fields should be there, and how should be the relationship between the table, and what are the constraints that are going to be imposed. Last thing, it is going to be the data dictionary. It is nothing but, data dictionary is nothing but a centralized repository that stores the metadata about the database, or it could be the informations about the tables or columns, data types and relationships. Thus, we have seen the basic terminologies of database in today's class. In the next class, we'll just have the general block diagram of your database management system and also about the various data architectures. Thank you.